Welcome to Aberystwyth, the cultural capital of Wales. It's round 4 of the Pearl Izumi Tour Series, and we always have a thrilling contest when we come here to this seaside town. 1.2 kilometres the course, with a very short 100-metre finishing straight. Now you can see from the pictures that the roads are wet. It has been raining, and I can tell you there are one or two very dark clouds above, so I don't think it's going to be too long before we get some storms. Well, Brian, this is going to be a tough race ahead for the competitors.
Well, it does get narrow just after the finish here. You can see on the paving stones, so they'll be very, very slippy. We come down here, small descent onto the promenade, round the castle and back into the finishing straight again. Very short finishing straight, only 100 metres. That's going to be vital if they're going for the sprints and the finish at the end of tonight's racing. And in the past, we have already had crashes in the final corner.
Well, testimony to all the hard work that's been carried out here in Aberystwyth, because in the heavy storms, the promenade area took a severe battering, but they've got it right. They weren't going to miss out on the opportunity of hosting this race. Well, in the yellow and red jerseys are the team leaders. That's Rd4 JLT, and in the green jersey as the sprints competition leader is Jonathan Mould of NFTO.
And it's going to be a great battle tonight in these dicey conditions here in Aberystwyth. Raleigh are up near the front with Yanto Barkey. Pedal Heaven, nice to see them there in the green helmet. On the right hand side, the red jerseys of Starley Primal, but it's going to be treacherous. It's going to be dangerous as well, so a bit of caution as you see the riders going round the castle. So
around the right-hander again, and they get in close now to that short finishing funnel. Briggs looks back, licking his lips at the thought of sweeping up 5 points here in the opening sprint. Scully on the right, as we look at the screen, bigger in stature, has now taken on the pace setting at the front. So it's Scully from Briggs, and I'm looking for the green jersey of Mould. Remember, he's the competition leader. Here comes Mould. Mould trying to thread his way through on the left. And it's going to be a very cautious approach into the finishing straight. Scully sweeps into it first, and now out of the saddle just to raise the tempo. Looking back to see if there's going to be any challenges, but that's how they're going to cross the line. Scully's going to pick up the 5. Here he comes. Yep, Scully gets the 5 from Briggs, and the green jersey, Mould, gets the 3. We'll confirm that to you, but that means that Briggs has clawed back 1 point on the overall leader. There it is for you, confirm. Barker coming over for 4, Mike Northey getting the 1. So it now means that the gap between the green jersey, Mould, and Briggs is down to 5. Just ignore the rider immediately behind the camera bike. He's going to get picked up for a lap. It's still the New Zealand Criterium champion on the front, and that's Northey. Northey taking the right-hander and bringing the string of leaders ever nearer to that finishing line. Good rider, Northey, very, very talented indeed. And riding his wheel there, it's Briggs. Now, Briggs is going to get a good lead out here then from the Kiwi. And the green jersey's a little bit further back.
He's hardly been off the front as Mike Northey's just looking behind his Scully. We're looking to see where the green jersey is. It does look as if Scully is really interested in taking some more points in this sprint.
Scully into the finishing straight first. Now then, is he going to hold off Briggs? Briggs will be conscious of the fact that he's closing down on Mould as they come up to the line here. Let's have a look at it. Oh, it was tight, but Scully got the 5. Briggs was second there to pick up the 4. Now we need to see the caption to confirm the position of Mould, but Briggs has taken more points back on the overall sprint competition leader. Here it is, there it is. Oh, look at this. Briggs then got 4. Mould only got 1, so he's taken another 3 back. Brian, that means now that Mould is under severe pressure. Briggs is now closed down to just 2 points.
Well, the Madison Genesis team does look impressive tonight here in Aberystwyth, and as soon as we say that, Scully keeps the pressure on. He was the overall winner of the sprints competition last year in the Tour Series, winning 2 individual rounds in Redditch and Ipswich, and he's really up for a fight tonight.
Look at the effort of Scully and the rider from Raleigh as they try to bridge to the 2.
Well, it's a hard effort here by Yanto Barker from Raleigh, trying to bring these 2 riders back. But it does look as if Northey and English will be battling out these sprint points. But just behind, you've got Barker, Scully and Graham Briggs.
On the front with that lovely crouching style is Northey. A contrast here in physiques, as you can see. English, smaller and stocky, looking across, waiting for the Rd4 JLT rider to come through.
Just noticed there that Northey flicked his elbow. Felix English did not want to come through. The impetus is out, these leading duo, but who's going to get these maximum points?
So they're in the finishing funnel again. Northey just easing himself back for English. Well, English reacted at the last minute, but it wasn't quick enough, and it was Northey that got the 5 from English, who picked up the 4. Now we'll wait and see who was in 3rd spot there. Janta Barker of Raleigh was near the front. As the result comes up, yes, it was Barker that got the 3, Scully got the 2, Briggs got the 1. Now, there's no points there for the green jersey Mould, so it means Briggs has taken another point back. The overall standings on the night, Scully's the winner, ahead of Briggs on 9, and that 9 is going to help him to be only 1 point now behind Mole. There it is confirmed, so that is a very interesting situation. Mole clinging to the green jersey by a scant margin of 1 point.
And Jonathan Mould is just at the back of this group. I'm just wondering what he's got planned, because there is only one rider in this front group now, but still Northey and English in front, and we've got an attack here by Jonathan Mould, the Welshman, riding for NFTO in the green jersey.
Yes, Mould has launched himself off the group of 7, and now he's trying to bridge up to the 2. Well, he's got enough time to do it, but the question you've got to ask yourself is, if he does get to the 2, how much energy will he have used before the finishing sprint?
Well, I did notice he was starting to sit back in that group behind and save a bit of energy, because at the end of the day, the team competition, the best they can do tonight is 3rd, because Rafa Condor JLT and Madison Genesis had the upper hand. But these 2 riders still working well together. It's going to be difficult for the green jersey to come across.
Yeah, there's about 1 1/4 laps to go, Brian, and they've eased slightly, and he's coming up to them. Here he is, and the residue of the group was just behind as teams are being pulled into the pits.
Well, English at the front in the yellow jersey, and Northey just behind him, but a huge effort here by Jonathan Mould. You can just see the pain written across his face, and we're going to be on to the finishing lap very, very soon.
Mould looking as though he wants to make an early strike for the line here. A reaction then from Felix English as they come up to the turn. On the right here in the green jersey, it's Mould. Now they sweep into the finishing funnel. Mould is leading, looking for his 2nd win of the series. Mould leading out. English trying to challenge on the outside. Can Mould do it up to the line? Oh, it was so close. The photographer just obscured my view as Northey came in 3rd. And, well, we'll wait to tidy up the rest of the places. But Clancy of Rafa Condor, JLT, was up there in 4th spot. Let's have a look at the sprint behind for the other places. Briggs coming in as well. That's another good finishing position by the men in the yellow and red. It looks to me as though Rafa Condor JLT have done enough again.